the easiest way, I guess, to think of first generation is to think of the physical built environment. So there's some very key principles in first generation. So you've got natural surveillance. So that would more or less just being able to have good visibility around our public spaces and different areas, to be able, I often say, to be able to see in and out of areas. And we're trying to essentially design out crime before we even build something new. And natural surveillance is just one of the principles, but it's so underestimated in that we're commonly thinking about our public spaces outside, but CPTED can be used internally within a premises or a facility as well, right? So there's territoriality, access control, maintenance and activity support are two supporting principles as well. But what we'll focus on today, because I think it's so important, is the second generation principles. I don't believe that we can go into any of our spaces, particularly in a public space, without having some type of a relationship with that space. Ideally, when you go to a public place, you want to enjoy that space, you want it to be safe. And generally speaking, if you've really enjoyed being in that space, if it's well designed, it's safe, you will go back. So I've got what we call the 4 C's up here on the screen. And even if you just look at those words, you start to make some assumptions, and they're probably in most cases correct. But I'll give you the textbook definitions, so to speak. Social cohesion is critical to intentionally create a wide range of activities that build relationships. Placemaking, again, supports this social cohesion. Every community has some type of a culture, so we need to be able to support that. Threshold capacity is an interesting one, because the easiest way to think about tipping points is, and again, when I teach or when I lecture at universities and such, I love to use examples, but one of the best examples is an area in Red Deer where I used to live, where there were, I believe at one point, 6 liquor stores within 6 blocks. You couldn't walk a block, without seeing a liquor store. So as the RCMP or local police services and bylaw probably even would realize, this can create issues. So when we're doing CPTED assessments, this is just another thing we look at. Connectivity is just building networks that bring people together, but it can also be, you can also look at it from the physical standpoint, as far as pathways connecting, so to speak, and bringing people together. And again, all of this ties in to placemaking as well.